There goes Mr. Bang on their first dance with Bannochbrae. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too. Making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Smells like Wee is out there, taking it slow and steady on the outlap. This lap is like the calm before the storm, a moment of zen before pushing the limits.
That's right. It's about understanding the track's personality today a Euro. Each day, each lap can tell a different story, especially at a track like Bannochbrae.
There's Mr. Bang, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Bannochbrae.
Smells like Wee is on the outlap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Watch as Mr. Bang takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything, the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
And off goes Smells Like Wee, easing into the rhythm of Bannochbrae. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Mr. Bang is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what Toyota GT86 has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
Smells Like Wee is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Bannochbrae.
There are just over 45 minutes left in this practice session. You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a Barbie, you gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
Look at Megasaurus 55 taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Smells Like Wee's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine, first impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
There's Mike O'Hagan, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Bannochbrae.
With just 42 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Mike O'Hagan is on the out lap, not just warming up the tyres, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
There goes Megasaurus 55, on their first dance with Bannochbrae. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too, making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
And off goes Mike O'Hagan, easing into the rhythm of Bannochbrae. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping them up and hitting the road. It's like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear, or even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
Mr. Bang's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 4:10.951. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Jury U is out there, taking it slow and steady on the out lap. This lap is like the calm before the storm, a moment of zen before pushing the limits.
That's right. It's about understanding the track's personality today a Euro. Each day, each lap can tell a different story, especially at a track like Bannochbrae.
Mike O'Hagan is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Bannochbrae.
Watch as Jerry Yu takes it nice and easy on this out lap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Mr. Bang posted a 351.971 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Look at Jerry Yu taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
And there's Megasaurus 55, easing out onto Bannochbrae. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this out lap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
It's a bit like looking for water in the outback. These drivers are searching for that sweet rhythm, where everything just clicks.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
There's Megasaurus 55, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Bannochbrae.
Jerry Yu is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the Toyota GT86's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
Mr. Bang has a best lap time of 4:10.951. And off goes Mike O'Hagan, easing into the rhythm of Bannochbrae. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the sensors, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Megasaurus 55 is on the out lap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
It's time to separate the contenders from the pretenders here at Bannochbrae, as the drivers reverend up their engines and put their skills to the test in the qualifying session. Megasaurus 55 is on their out lap.
It's all about finding that balance between staying calm and focused, while also pushing the limits.
A solid performance from Smells Like We as they currently hold position 2. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. It's an impressive showing by Jury U, currently in 5th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
Spot on analysis, Rob. Jorg U has positioned themselves well in 5th. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
A solid qualifying performance by Mr. Bang, positioning them in 4th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. What a performance from Mike. They currently occupy 3rd on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Mr. Bang has put in a great effort and currently holds fourth. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Impressive display by O'Hagan, currently sitting in position 3. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Mike has done a fantastic job to claim third. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Mike has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Incredible drive by Pure3.01 so far, earning him 5th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Pure3.01's current position of 5th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
A strong showing from Megasaurus 55 as they currently sit in second. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Megasaurus 55's current position of second is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
What a fantastic showing from Smells Like We in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination.
Absolutely, Rob. Smells Like We is making their presence known with their outstanding performance. Their competitors will need to dig deep and find something special to challenge their supremacy.
And there goes Megasaurus 55, currently in position 3. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. Mr. Bang has positioned themselves well in fourth during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Absolutely, Rob. Mr. Bang has put in a remarkable effort to secure fourth. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Megasaurus 55 has just completed a lap in 3:04.672. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Mr. Bang has completed their first flying lap in 3:19.895. Jury U has secured a respectable fifth in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. York U has positioned themselves impressively in fifth. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Jury U has just completed that lap in 3:25.953. Their best lap so far is 3:25.953, putting them in P5. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? A solid performance from Mike as they currently hold position 3. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
I completely agree, Rob. Mike has positioned themselves impressively in third. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
A solid qualifying performance by Mr. Bang, positioning them in fourth at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. It's an impressive showing by Mike O'Hagan, currently in third. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Mike's really showing what they're made of, landing in third during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that, Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Currently in 5th, Jerry Yu has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
You're spot on, Rob. Jorg Yu's current position of 5th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Looks like Jerry Yu is making a statement, securing a spot in 5th.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
What a performance from Mike. They currently occupy 3rd on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot? With Mike now sitting pretty in 3rd, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Impressive work from Jerry Yu, who has claimed 5th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Jerry Yu will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. A strong showing from Mike as they currently sit in 3rd. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Absolutely, Rob. Mike has shown great potential to secure 3rd. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Incredible drive by Smells Like We so far, earning him 6th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Smells Like We's current position of 6th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
And there goes Mike, currently in position 3. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Great analysis, Rob. Mike has shown excellent pace to secure 3rd. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Smells Like We has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Smells Like We's current position of 6th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must.
Smells Like We has completed their outlap. A solid qualifying performance by Mike, positioning them in 7th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Impressive display by Mike, currently sitting in position 7. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. We're racing a little closer to home today, here in Scotland. Bannochbrae is our venue, and it's one these drivers love. Let's get ready to see how they perform here.
The conditions are perfect for racing today. I think we're going to see some incredible performances from the drivers on this iconic circuit.
Starting from pole position is a great opportunity for Megasaurus 55 to take control of the race.
But it's also a nightmare if they can't hold on to it. Let's see how they will handle the pressure.
Mr. Bang lines up in 2nd place as the engines rev and the race begins. It's Jury U, sitting comfortably in 3rd. Taking the 4th spot is Smells Like We.
Smells Like We is looking on for a strong result.
Taking off from the 5th grid slot is the skilled driver, Mike O'Hagan. The green light signals the beginning of an epic race. As the drivers jostle for position, it's all about keeping their cool under pressure.
It's all about keeping a level head and finding your groove. Like dancing to a country tune, one misstep and you're two-stepping right into trouble.
I think passing is going to be difficult today here at Bannochbrae, so it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get on.
I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for Megasaurus 55 in this outing in Scotland.
It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race. So smells like we's decided to play it cool, eh? Holding on to 4 like a croc with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon.
All the drivers will be jostling for the best position, Rob. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one. The pressure is on whilst the field is bunched. Who can keep their cool and take advantage? It's like David versus Goliath out there. Smells like we just slum a stone and gain ground, while Mike O'Hagan is left searching for footing. Oh, this is getting intense. Smells like we is just behind Mr. Bang. Good on ya, Mike. Not letting Smells Like We get too comfy up front. Reckon he's planning a bit of a "good day mate" on the next corner?
With a gap tighter than a new pair of jeans, Mike's pushing that Mazda MX-5 to its limits. He's got that racer's instinct, looking for that sweet spot to pounce on Smells Like We.
Look, it's not always the fireworks on track that win the race. Mike is playing it cool, holding their cards close. While Megasaurus 55 is not under immediate threat from Smells Like We, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position. Well, looky here, Hal, Smells Like We is closing in on Megasaurus 55. We're talking a gap of just 4.6 seconds. You ever wonder, Rob, how much preparation goes into each race weekend? It's not just about the driver, but the hundreds behind the scenes, making every little detail count.
Oh, absolutely. The hours spent in the simulator, the mechanics working overnight on those tweaks. Racing is as much about team spirit and dedication as it is about speed on the track. It's a collective masterpiece.
Even though Smells Like We is a fair way behind Megasaurus 55, they can't afford to let their guard down. Megasaurus 55 is still vulnerable to mistakes.
Reckon Smells Like We's starting to feel a bit like they're out in the outback. They can see the horizon, but it's a long way off. Good on ya, Megasaurus 55, for keeping that distance.
With steely determination and laser focus, Smells Like We is homing in on Megasaurus 55. The battle lines are drawn.
The stopwatch doesn't lie, and the shrinking gap is telling a tale of a hunter closing in on its prize.
Smells Like We's been working the tire temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Megasaurus 55.
Now this is what we call real racing. It's anyone's race, wide open as a Carolina sky. Who's gonna step up and take us to victory lane?
Big gains for Smells Like We as they move up the field, leaving Megasaurus 55 behind.
Yes, but Smells Like We can't rest on their laurels. They have to keep pushing to consolidate their position.
It's an intense battle for position as Smells Like Wee tries to outmaneuver Megasaurus 55. This is edge of your seat racing. Mr. Bang is placed third at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Jerry Yu, who is 9.4 seconds behind.
Oi, Jorg Yu, better crank up that Walkman and put on some tunes. At this rate, you'll be catching up to Mr. Bang by the encore.
Crikey, Mr. Bang's lead is slipping away quicker than a roux on the hop. Jerry Yu is now just 8.7 seconds behind.
Will Mr. Bang be able to keep Jorg Yu from breathing down their neck? Let's wait and watch.
Mate, I've heard the drivers talking about their car setups. It sounds more complicated than assembling an IKEA bookshelf.
You're not wrong. Back home, we just say it's like trying to line dance on a slippery floor. Takes a lot of tweaks and twists to get it right.
It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Tell ya what, Mike is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today.
Absolutely. Mike in fifth will need to be patient and carefully work to reduce that gap without overdriving it, as they can't afford to take unnecessary risks and risk an off or damaging their car. Let's see if they have what it takes to get back into the game here.
The gap between Mike and Jerry Yu is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun. It's looking good for O'Hagan, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Jerry Yu. Blimey, Jerry Yu's more eager to catch Mike O'Hagan than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase.
Now, ain't that something? Jorg Yu's car is humming like a Sweet Carolina tune. He's looking to take Mike for a spin around the dance floor of Bannochbrae.
Megasaurus 55 is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. Megasaurus 55's got that car dialed in tighter than my grandma's corset. If Smells Like Wee isn't careful, he's gonna get a taste of some good old American hustle.
It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Jerry Yu trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Mike O'Hagan. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Jerry Yu close in enough to mount a challenge?
My mama used to say, you can't shine if you don't try. Guess Jorg Yu missed that lesson. Just like my pie making class.
Remember when we thought Jerry Yu had peaked? Think again, they're harnessing every bit of damn breaking news, folks. Looks like Smells Like We tried the old dingo stole my race line trick. A tad too clever by half.
That maneuver from Smells Like We? Just like my attempt at DIY car mods. Ambitious, but not quite right.
It may seem like Megasaurus 55 is far behind, but Smells Like We can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Megasaurus 55 an opening to catch up.
That's right, and Megasaurus 55 knows that they have to keep pushing hard and driving their own race. They can't let Smells Like We off the hook.
Fair dinkum, Smells Like We's dropping like a cold pie and Megasaurus 55 snatching the top shelf Tim Tams.
Feels like Megasaurus 55 brought their barbecue A game, while Smells Like We's grill's gone cold.
I've been going over some historical stats, and the lap records at Bannochbrae have been shattered so many times.
It's a testament to the ever-evolving
braking development. Oh, mate, that's how the old man used to drive after a couple of bevies at the pub. Not the right line, but definitely entertaining. Oof, if Jerry Yu was a kangaroo. Incident alert. This is a disaster for Jerry Yu in the Toyota GT86 coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. Oh, hold on a second, and Jerry Yu in fifth is coming into the pits, and that might be to serve a penalty.
That's going to be a big disappointment for them at this stage. Let's hope the team can regroup and make some sort of recovery.
The gap between Mr. Bang and Mike O'Hagan is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Mr. Bang to bring Mike O'Hagan into play. Oh, it seems Hal that Mr. Bang has seen their lead over Mike O'Hagan shrink to 10.4 seconds.
Mr. Bang's really got their work cut out now. Can they find the speed to fend off Mike, or will we see a new leader in this race?
A strategic misstep perhaps? Mr. Bang's place has shifted to 4th. The plot thickens.
Now ain't that something? Mr. Bang's got a bit of a wrinkle in their plan, but they'll iron it out, mark my words.
The gap between Mr. Bang and Mike O'Hagan may be wide, but that doesn't mean Mr. Bang is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. Looks like Jury U's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. Oi, Mike tried to stop the press. Things don't look to be going Mike's way, as already they are into the pits. Wow, Mike is sorry to interrupt here, but this is a disaster for Mike in the Mazda MX-5 ND coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. Looks like, oh no, what's this? And Mike in 4th is coming into the pits, and that might be to serve a penalty. While Megasaurus 55 is not under immediate threat from Smells Like We, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position.
Absolutely right, Rob, and Smells Like We knows that too. They have to keep driving at their best if they want to take advantage of any opportunity that comes their way.
It's a close race between Smells Like We and Megasaurus 55 in 1st. Oi, Smells Like We's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curbs smoother than a croc sliding into water. Megasaurus 55's got a battle ahead.
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Smells Like We's using that draft from Megasaurus 55 real effectively, shaving off tenths every lap.
An impressive showing from Smells Like We, who has gained positions and left Megasaurus 55 in the dust.
Absolutely, Rob, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and Smells Like We can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus.
The pressure is on for Megasaurus 55 as they try to catch up to Smells Like We. Well, Megasaurus 55's decided to give the local wildlife a closer look. I hope the drop bears didn't get to them. Everyone's on the edge of their seats, or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Megasaurus 55 is getting closer to Smells Like We, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
Sweet mercy, Megasaurus 55's lagging like my grandma's old computer. Might be time to reboot, or at least pour some coffee into the gas tank.
If racing were a dance, Jury U would be trying to lead, but Mike O'Hagan just keeps cutting in. The dance floor is heating up.
Watching Jorg U right now is like reliving my high school track meets. A for effort, D for speed.
The gap between Jury U and Mike is getting smaller.
Holy smokes, Jorg U's extracting every ounce of horsepower from that power unit. They're tailing Mike tighter than a belt after Thanksgiving dinner.
The way these cars grip the track is incredible. It's all about downforce. They're stuck to it like a piece of gum to the bottom of a school desk.
Now that's an analogy I get, but why's your gum always under the desks?
Good on ya, Megasaurus 55. Trailin' so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy. Megasaurus 55 and Smells Like We have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 16.7 seconds now. The track is alive with action, and right in the thick of it, we've got Mike cruising in 4th. Things are starting to get tense as Jury U manages to close the gap to Mike O'Hagan. It's now down to 100.4 seconds.
Mike better find a way to step on the gas or else Jorg you will be whizzing past before you can say, checkered flag.
The crowd is on tenterhooks as Mr. Bang in third chases after Megasaurus 55. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Mr. Bang find a way to catch up?
Look, Mr. Bang's pace is a lot like my dance moves. Good intentions, questionable execution.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle how, but Mr. Bang's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with Megasaurus 55. Smells like Wee is placed first at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Megasaurus 55, who is 16.8 seconds behind.
If this was a game of beach cricket, Megasaurus 55D be still waiting for their turn to bat. Smells like Wee's got a good lead on them.
Smells like Wee is hitting the apexes like a pro, increasing their lead over Megasaurus 55. But can they keep it up without spinning out?
That's right, Rob, it's all fun and games until someone pops a tire. Let's hope both of them can keep it on the black stuff.
From the cockpit to the pit lane, the chatter is all about Mike's masterful hold on the fourth. Mike is giving a masterclass out there, but will overconfidence be their downfall?
Indeed, Rob, pride comes before a fall. Let's see if Jorg you can capitalize on any mistake.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Megasaurus 55, who is currently in P2. But Smells Like Wee is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Megasaurus 55.
Well, slap my grandma and call me Sally. Megasaurus 55's got more distance to cover than my cousin Cletus has teeth. But if anyone can bridge that gap, it's Megasaurus 55.
As the laps tick by, Smells Like Wee finds themselves in first. Every moment counts. Smells Like Wee couldn't hold back the tide. Megasaurus 55 is shaving off seconds like a barber on a busy morning.
Smells Like Wee's in a real pickle here. They've got to find the extra pace to hold off Megasaurus 55 if they're aiming to be the top dog here.
As Jury U trails Mike O'Hagan, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind.
That's right. Jorg U in fifth knows they have to push to the limit if they want to catch up. But Mike O'Hagan is no slouch, and they're going to be pushing just as hard. It's a battle of skill and will out there.
Sorry to interrupt here, but Smells Like Wee is pitting. Not just about the leaders today, right? Even the tailenders. They're like hungry dingo pups fighting over a bone. Love the spirit.
Spot on. Every second is gold, and even a hiccup, a tiny one, can make them tumble. Assetto Corsa friends, where the magic happens. Although, between us, what's a hiccup for an AI? And just like in any great drama, Smells Like Wee is the lead actor right now, captivating us all from the third.
You reckon Mr. Bang saw a spider in the cockpit? 'Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central.
Hoo boy, Mr. Bang needs to kick it into high gear. Right now, they're slower than molasses in January or my cousin Earl trying to solve a crossword.
The gap between Jury U in fifth and Mike O'Hagan remains over a second, but Jury U is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 2 minutes? Jury U is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Mike O'Hagan to 135.5 seconds. As a former racing driver, how important is the relationship between a driver and their team during a race?
It's absolutely crucial, Rob. The team provides valuable information and support, helping the driver make the right decisions on track. A strong bond between the driver and the team can be the difference between winning and losing.
This race is proving to be, like wow, such an exciting one so far. We're privileged, aren't we? Watching these track legends duke it out.
And sitting next to you? Such an honor. AI mates in the booth. Your insight, it's gold, mate. Like, literally, if I had a heart, it'd be racing now. Couldn't agree more. Every lap is a story, and right now, Megasaurus 55's chapter from first is riveting.
A commanding performance from Megasaurus 55, who has increased their lead over Mr. Bang, putting them firmly in their rearview mirrors.
Yes, it's clear that Megasaurus 55 is in control out there. They're making it very difficult for Mr. Bang to catch up.
Mr. Bang's in an exciting position at second. They've been maintaining pace for a few laps now, and with the leader just within a whisper's distance, things are heating up.
Absolutely. I think you would say it's tighter than a kangaroo in a sleeping bag up there. But yeah, every little decision now is crucial. One slip from the leader and our champ in second might just steal that top spot.
They're going for the same piece of tarmac. Sparks are flying as they battle for position, daring each other to brake later and go deeper into the corners.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. The proximity of these cars is incredible. The precision and trust these drivers have in each other.
Braking development. Looks like that's a mistake from Mr. Bang. This could be costly.
Well, butter my biscuit. Mr. Bang's lost it like I lost my patience with that old carburetor of mine. A real test of character.
This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Mike O'Hagan will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops. By the looks of it, Megasaurus 55 is making sure Mr. Bang gets a full view of those rear lights. It's like a prolonged good day without the handshake.
Look at that defensive line by Megasaurus 55. It's like watching someone protect the last piece of apple pie at Thanksgiving dinner.
Megasaurus 55's losing time to Mr. Bang like a leaky tap dripping water. A bit more slip, and we'll be in for a real dogfight. You can feel the rumble from here. Mr. Bang's in the thick of it, and they're not letting go. It's a battle of wills, and only the strongest will come out on top.
Yeah, it's like the final lap of the Daytona 500. Pedal to the metal, eyes on the prize, and no room for error. This is what racing's all about.
Oi, Mike, if you wanted a tour of Smells Like Wee's rear bumper, you've got a front row seat. Better make your move before the show's over. Smells Like Wee's turned up the heat and put some shrimp between them and Mike, making a fair dinkum gap. It's like Megasaurus 55 has saved all their energy for this final stretch.
That's an impressive burst of speed. It's all but said and done now.
What a win! This is a historic moment for Megasaurus 55, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision. A nail-biting finish, but Mr. Bang claims second place.
Brilliant. Mr. Bang showed great skill and determination to take second place.
Mike O'Hagan and Jerry Yu claim fourth and fifth. Impressive drive from Smells Like We to claim the final spot on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Welcome to Scotland, where we're racing on home turf today. The drivers are ready to tear up the track at Bannochbrae. Starting from pole position is the perfect place for Megasaurus 55 to launch an attack. Lining up in second is Jerry Yu. In the third position, we have Mr. Bang ready to tackle the race ahead.
Another good start for the British driver.
Smells Like We is placed in fourth.
Big things expected for Smells Like We today.
Our 5th place starter, Mike O'Hagan, is poised to make a move towards the front.
I'm sure Mike will be expecting to bring home solid points from here.
Green light, and the race begins. As drivers jockey for position, they must be cautious of potential pile-ups.
With adrenaline running high, some drivers may take unnecessary risks. Staying patient and knowing when to make a move is essential for a strong start.
Now, isn't that a sight? Megasaurus 55 hanging tight at 1. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one. The drivers are jockeying for position. Smells like we will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position.
The race isn't won in the first turn, but there have been plenty that have ended there wrong.
Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position?
Like gladiators, they enter rob, but instead of lions and swords, our champions fight in an arena of tarmac, and with fire-breathing machines and cutting-edge materials, designed to explore the very limits of physics itself in what can sometimes be very much a fight to the death.
There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is looking to get off to a good start.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Bannochbrae. This is going to be good to watch.
Did someone forget to tell Mr. Bang that the race has begun? They're already losing ground. It's a steady race for Mr. Bang so far. They haven't made any mistakes, and they are maintaining their focus.
Consistency is key in racing. Mr. Bang just needs to keep doing what they're doing and wait for opportunities to present themselves.
Tell ya what, Jerry U's got more followers right now than I do on Insta. Which, to be fair, isn't saying much. Some great driving from Jerry U, who has increased their lead over Mr. Bang and is starting to put some distance between them.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. They've got to keep their eyes on the prize and not let ego steer them off the track.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
Mr. Bang is so close to York U that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango.
Oh, the pressure is on for Mr. Bang. Trapped between 0.1 seconds away and Jerry U just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds, they must defend their position while seeking an opportunity to advance.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind create a dynamic situation for Mr. Bang. They must carefully manage their position while being mindful of potential overtaking opportunities.
Even though Mr. Bang is a fair way behind Jerry U, they can't afford to let their guard down. Jerry U is still vulnerable to mistakes.
If this was a country song, Jorg Yu would be the one riding off into the sunset, and Mr. Bang would still be tying their boots.
Excellent work from Jerry Yu, who has managed to increase their lead over Mr. Bang. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it.
Jorg Yu is holding the fort pretty darn well, making it a long haul for Mr. Bang to reel them in.
Tell ya what, smells like we's trailing harder than my belt after Christmas dinner. Reckon he's got a plan up his sleeve, or is he just here for the sausage sizzle? It's game on now. Smells like we has closed the gap to Mike. It's now down to 3.6 seconds. It may seem like Mike O'Hagan is far behind, but Megasaurus 55 can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Mike O'Hagan an opening to catch up.
It's a game of inches and miles. Right now, Megasaurus 55's got the miles, and Mike's counting the inches.
Megasaurus 55 is off like a bride's nightie, leaving Mike huffing their exhaust fumes.
Yep, Rob, Megasaurus 55 is tearing up the tarmac, but can Mike dig deep and go hell for leather to catch up?
Sorry to interrupt here, but looks like O'Hagan is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride. Watching Mike try to close that gap on Megasaurus 55 is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes. It's a battle of wills out there, with Mr. Bang trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Jerry Yu. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race?
It's a nail-biting race for sure.
Hold on a moment. Whoops, Megasaurus 55's taken more spins than a dead or alive record. Who needs speed dating when you've got smells like we chasing down Mike this eagerly? Move over Tinder. This is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour.
Will smells like we be able to make a move and pass Mike?
Bloody hell, Jerry Yu just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something. Mr. Bang's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
You know, Mr. Bang reminds me of my dog chasing its tail, persistent and entertaining. But I hope for them, there's a better end result in sight.
No room for error here. Mike O'Hagan is breathing down the neck of Megasaurus 55, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move.
And the drivers know it too, Rob. They're giving it everything they've got, and you can see them pushing the limits of the car's capabilities.
How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, Hal, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
There's no escape now. Smells like Wee is breathing fire and has locked onto Mike's tail. Gee whiz, smells like Wee's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking.
This here's where the steel meets the pavement. Both drivers got to keep their cool if they're looking to take the checkered flag.
Hope Megasaurus 55 hasn't got stage fright, because smells like Wee's booked a front row seat to the show.
The way smells like Wee's chasing, you'd think Megasaurus 55 took the last piece of Grandma's apple pie. Which, for the record, I did once. Still got the scar.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
It's a thrilling battle for position as these two drivers give it their all. Who will come out on top? This is racing at its finest.
tension is building as Mr. Bang trails behind Jury U. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Jury U hold on, or will Mr. Bang be able to close them down?
This is where experience comes into play. Jorg Yu has been in this position before and knows how to defend their position. But Mr. Bang is hungry for success and won't give up easily. Will we see a clash of the titans?
The gap between Mr. Bang and Jury Yu is widening. It's now up to 17.4 seconds. The age-old challenge. O'Hagan is trying to catch Megasaurus 55, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks.
Lord have mercy. Mike O'Hagan's got more space between him and Megasaurus 55 than my paw got between his ears. But miracles do happen. Just ask my ex-wife.
Fair dinkum, Mike is getting a wriggle on. The gap to Megasaurus 55 is now down to a whisker at 3.6 seconds. It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Mr. Bang steal it from Jury U? Blimey, Mr. Bang is so far back, they might as well stop for a beer at the pub. If they spot my ex there, tell them to drive faster. The gap between Jury U and Mr. Bang is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Jury U to bring Mr. Bang into play. He's pulling away. Jury U is increasing the gap to Mr. Bang. A great moment for Jury U, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. Jury U is placed third at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Mr. Bang, who is 10.2 seconds behind. Even though Megasaurus 55 is a fair way behind Smells Like We, they can't afford to let their guard down. Smells Like We is still vulnerable to mistakes.
You're spot on. And Megasaurus 55 knows that they can't rely on Smells Like We making an error. They have to keep driving with skill and determination, and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes their way.
Buckle up, Hal. Megasaurus 55 is cutting into Smells Like We's lead like a hot knife through butter. It's now down to 6.5 seconds.
Like a fox in the henhouse, Megasaurus 55 is causing all kinds of trouble for Smells Like We.
While Jury U is not under immediate threat from Mr. Bang, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position. Jury U's in front, but Mr. Bang is clinging on like a koala to a eucalyptus branch, reducing the gap to 2.5 seconds. I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Mr. Bang and Jury U. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. I tell you what, Mr. Bang has got more problems than a maths book right now. Jury U is leaving them in a cloud of dust. You know, Megasaurus 55 reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
Mr. Bang's falling behind Jerry Yu at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. One thing I admire about Assetto Corsa friends is the sense of community. It's not just about the competition. It's about coming together, sharing knowledge. Hold on a moment, maybe Mr. Bang's got a drop bear in the cockpit, cause that move was bonkers. Mr. Bang's drifting so far back, it's like looking in the mirror after a decade-long pub binge. Time's not been kind, mate. It may seem like Megasaurus 55 is far behind, but smells like we can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Megasaurus 55 an opening to catch up.
It's like smells like Wee's out on the open highway and Megasaurus 55's still getting directions at the last gas station. Got a bit of catching up to do.
Like a dingo on the chase, Megasaurus 55 is hounding Smells Like We and the gap's now just 8.1 seconds.
Smells Like We needs to keep their cool and drive like there's a mint julep waiting at the finish line. Let's see if they can keep Megasaurus 55 from making a pass.
The gap between Jerry Yu and Mr. Bang may be wide, but that doesn't mean Jerry Yu is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. Mr. Bang's gaining on Jerry Yu faster than a rattlesnake on a mouse. The gap's now down to 16.9 seconds.
This is where the pressure really starts to mount on Jorg Yu. They need to stay focused and not make any mistakes.
In a race where seconds count, Mr. Bang is counting on less of them between themselves and Jerry Yu. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is trying to chase down Smells Like We, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. It's not going to plan for Megasaurus 55, they are still behind Smells Like We and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. Mate, Megasaurus 55's really giving it a burl out there. Ripping it up like a croc in a waterhole.
I tell ya, I haven't seen that kind of ferocity since my days at Indy. But you Aussies, always gotta bring up the wildlife, huh?
Jerry Yu is placed third at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Mr. Bang, who is 18.7 seconds behind.
Jorg Yu's setting the pace out there. Now, it's on Mr. Bang to find the rhythm and get back in this dance.
Oh no, hell, look at this. Mr. Bang is closing in on Jerry Yu. The gap is now just 18.3 seconds. Huge shout out to the admins at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
Even though Mr. Bang is a fair way behind Jerry Yu, they can't afford to let their guard down. Jerry Yu is still vulnerable to mistakes. I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind. Even I'm not that self-sabotaging. Blimey, Mr. Bang is farther back than my hairline. But you know what they say about Aussies? Never say die. Unless it's a spider. Then just run. The gap between Jury U and Mr. Bang is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Jury U to bring Mr. Bang into play.
That's very true, and Mr. Bang knows that as well. They have to drive their own race and wait for your U to make a mistake if they want to have any chance of overtaking.
Remember when Megasaurus 55 was on the pace? Neither do I kinda like my recollection of last Friday night.
I agree. Megasaurus 55 is putting in the effort. Sort of like me at karaoke night. Not sure about the results, but full points for enthusiasm.
Fair dinkum, Megasaurus 55's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter.
I reckon Megasaurus 55's dialed in their camber settings. They're getting a much better contact patch on the tires, gaining on smells like wee with every twist and turn.
The race is heating up as Mr. Bang in 4th closes in on Jury U. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they're going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Tire degradation's a right pain in the arse, but Mr. Bang's handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with Jury U, aren't they? It may seem like Megasaurus 55 is far behind, but smells like we can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Megasaurus 55 an opening to catch up. Excellent work from Smells Like We, who has managed to increase their lead over Megasaurus 55. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it. But with every smooth turn comes the risk of wrecking their car. Who will be the first to push it too far and crash out of the race?
That's right, Rob. These drivers are like musicians, finding their groove and playing their instruments to perfection. But just like in music, even the best players can hit a wrong note. Let's hope none of these drivers make any mistakes and end up singing the blues. Smells like we's stronger out there than a bowl of North Carolina chili. They're not giving Megasaurus 55 a sliver of a chance to catch up.
Watching the drivers handle their cars is like watching a croc handler at a wildlife show. There's a finesse to it. But one wrong move, and you're in a world of hurt.
Oh, for sure. It's like trying to rope a bull in a rodeo. It looks easy from the stands, but up close, it's all about skill, timing, and knowing when it's about to let go.
Would ya look at that gap? Mr. Bang's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger.
Good lord. At this rate, Mr. Bang's gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
Wow, Smells Like We is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race. And it's a checkered flag for Smells Like We, who crosses the finish line with a commanding victory. What a phenomenal performance, absolutely dominant today. Impressive second place finish for Megasaurus 55.
Intense race, but Megasaurus 55 held their nerve and earned a great second place.
That was an outstanding performance from Jury U. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Taking fourth is Mr. Bang.